dear wanderers and travelers. My name is Moton Blight, and welcome to part 2 of my playthrough through HSR 3.2. And I will still not be pulling for Castorice just yet. Probably gonna save that until I get as much
all things
many
are
pulls I
connected
get from the 2-year anniversary. Maybe when I get the extra 20 pulls from the anniversary, I'll get it. But yes, yeah. Previously, we went to take on the Orynyx trial. Hold on, let me do this. We went to take on the Orynyx trial. We heard a lot of things, and one of them being that we're dead, apparently. And, yeah, we were going to go talk with Castorice afterwards. Oh yeah, Mem can talk now, finally. I was actually expecting it to happen way later down the line, but yeah. We were going to meet with Castorice. Oh wait, no, we passed out. And Castorice was told of our situation by Mem while we were passed out for like a couple of days. And then, yeah, Castorice is gonna presumably help us, but in the meantime, in Anaxa's POV, he's going to meet up with the Council, which is against the Chrysosairs. And he's presumably not going to be on our side, or something like that. We also met a really cool-looking NPC, maybe as cool as Siobhan from Pentacloning, but yeah, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, a hand came out of the sky, Kefali's hand, I think, and now we're up here in the court, in the higher place, and Anaxa is just going to be exploring, and I'm assuming that this is going to be a very dialogue heavy, like, yap fest, so yeah, maybe skip to the next part, or I'll see how. I'll make sure to try and not fall asleep. Citizens Assembly of Rock. Quiet, citizen, know where you stand. The Citizens' Assembly, the beacon of public opinion, a crucible where truth is forged. The falls cleanse away delirious dregs, while reason sharpens through the tempering of debates. Oh yeah, Anaxa has a gun. Got him.
Go melt it
You know what?
down.
I'm not gonna. Or is this considered a gun? I don't. Sorry, just collecting my loot. Sorry, just collecting all my loot. Don't mind me.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Oof.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Actually, can I solve this? I'll just. Oh yeah, I forgot about these puzzles. Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Huh. Oh, wait. Are these supposed to be... No. Do this. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Nope. Okay, wait. Okay. Put this over here. Put this over here. Put. Oh.
It's just an answer. Nothing too difficult.
Yep, very easy. Yep, totally Anaxa.
Anaxagoras. I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephales's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephales's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Okay.
Go melt it down.
Professor Anaxa! Over here!
Give me a second, gotta reverse time up in here. Hold on. My loot senses are tingling.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Ah! Oh, it's these things. Ah. So need. So. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, that was one of the more simpler ones of that puzzle. I'll take it.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Kremnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Cerces and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Yeah, can we also get to the action faster?
Oh, my.
I'm already starting to feel it.
Could it...
I'm starting to feel it.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Cerces.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
Wait, is he seriously asking that question now? Are you... Damn, I thought he was a professor, but he's really asking... okay, I'm just... I feel like that should have been a question he asked, like, sooner, or like a lot earlier.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawnfloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old? 2 years old? Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Dromastal to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows.
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
You lost faith.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Theseus's theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you...
I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm. Even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time.
Actually, wait.
Nothing more.
Wait, I've seen FMA. I know. What the f... Be careful, Anaxa.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue Theseus's research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours?
So that's how he lost his eye.
However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, Perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into, unfortunately. Even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival, so please depart forthwith.
It's finally time.
Oh, please don't be too dialogue heavy, please.
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Isn't that the Dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Great Lake cradled by a
Don't worry.
volcano.
He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromus as well? You must really like those creatures.
Okay. Here, the world-bearing Skyfathers spilled their golden blood into the mortal lake. The golden blood flows down with spring waters as dawn rises with the mists. No words ever break the solemn silence, and Volcano's hearts beats no more. Oh, loot.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Oh, and a butterfly. A catfly. Wait. Was that a SpongeBob reference? I would just... Oh, well, too late. And... Bonk.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives, neither of which can coexist with the other.
What radical thinking. I guess this is why the children of humanity always squabble with each other.
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Oh, alright.
I'll see if you have any looper out here.
Hold on. Ah, spotted.
Go melt it down.
Another puzzle. Alright. What if I do it like this? Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay, what happens if I do it? Okay. No, that doesn't help. No. Oh, wait. No, I think I had it. Hold on. God, what did I do again? Oh, wait. Nope, nope, I got it. I got it. Huh. Okay, no. Nope, I'm too brain dead. Nope. I'm too brain dead. Nope. I'll just do that later. Really just want to get through the dialogue heavy, presumably dialogue heavy section of this patch.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
I can see that. I can see that chest, but will you let me grab it? Okay.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Cerces' core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters, just like how there are two types of people in this world: geniuses and dimwits.
Okay, not done yet. Okay. An assembly for mortal debates, a theater under the gods' watch. Here at the center of all beings, we dare to listen, speak, and deliberate. Reason out rules, establish laws, and pronounce death. O gods, does this amuse you? Wait. Wait. I wish the Gnaeus' blessing, speaker's blessing lasted a bit longer. Or just until you just stop pressing sprint. that has to... Maybe it doesn't have to be. It would be nice if that was the... Okay, what have we... Okay, let's move all of this out of the way. Supposed to be down here. Really? Okay, wait. Okay, let's take out all these pieces. Wait. I think I see it now.
If Cerces saw this puzzle, they'd die from laughter.
Okay. Loot gained. Okay, back to the obsession.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaia covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cerces' core flame will be in the Erechrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Okay. Oh, is this the bait mechanic or minigame that we usually do?
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us
nope,
discuss
this
our
problem.
common enemy, Aglaya.
This is where the yap session begins. I
She
guess.
is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly walk on the path that she extols. Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Aglaya's authoritarianism, conceit,
Clearly
and
have a
arrogance
rivalry.
have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a setback.
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough to push her to her wit's end.
What's more, there are many who remain silent, merely watching to see how much chaos I can unleash. Not to mention, you know full well that the Chrysos heirs have never been a united front.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
Absurd. My loyalty is unquestionable.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see, then.
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after, hmm?
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Alright, speak with Lygus. Okay. Oh, now they just moved.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Giant spinning cube.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Carefully. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but kindness has.
God, he still speaks
Whoever
so
gets hold of
truthfully.
Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama.
Kind of unnerving.
She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Cerces. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Come on, Lygus, come on. Did he stop again? Oh my gosh. To like stay close to him or else he oh. No!
Go on ahead. Take this Gnaeus shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
Well, I guess you better
I
let me
have
get back
to
and get
admit,
that chest.
I never expected you to not ask me
Well, I
anything.
guess, I swear.
Not even
Swear,
my
man.
motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey. I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death.
I hope things go as you say then.
It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world, which is on the brink of destruction.
Okay, okay. I was about to say, like, if you got between me and
suppose
my,
I can just ignore this.
my treasure and to my loot, don't get between, like, a loot goblin and his treasure. Bad consequence, bro. Or, well, maybe your pockets will be light. You won't know that. Wait, do I just even have pockets?
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn
Just has,
Cloud's
like, a
peak.
big chest hole.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste here.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Is that... Cerces? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls who are close to dying?
Something that even the god of reason or a god can't see. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be like an echo, like a flashback.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Gnaeus?
The goat!
Gnaeus. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
Huh. It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cerces. Do you know a certain Gnaeus?
Gnaeus? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Gnaeus. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
This is a departed spirit?
Oh wait. See. Oh. Wait, who's this? Huh. Oh. Yep. One on one.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
And...
You two again.
And... that must mean there are coins around. Where are they? Actually, this is a really big area. Oh! Spotted. Oh, spotted also. Oh, 5 of them? Okay, let's... I need at least some sort of stimulation while all the yapping is going on. Okay, so let's look. Can't enter through... I can't enter here. Oh. Okay, 3 more. Oh. Another butterfly and another. Oh. Aha. Hide. always the last one that's probably gonna be hardest to find. Oh, nope, never mind. Right here. Haha!
You two again. Not too shabby. Useful for alchemy.
Never underestimate a loot goblin.
Enough about me. Did Kaus ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaus. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Gnaeus. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Gnaeus, but you're now talking about a certain Kaus. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaus? This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but the souls of people.
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
Okay. More souls of dead people. Oh. Okay, let's see this. Okay. Okay, so I would have to go left, right, right. Way more simple. Way more simpler. Okay. More simpler than the other one. Jeez. Okay.
So...
Oh.
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Cerces. Does the name Calypso ring a bell?
She's gone.
Cerces? They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself. Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
Cephalles lean. Devoted emissaries, heretical scholars, the lost wanderer, and the desperate outlaw. At the edge of divinity, we look up in awe. In a fleeting moment of terror, the long road behind fades from memory. There's a chest over here. Yep. Thought so.
Not too shabby. Useful for alchemy.
Alright.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question, but all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself.
Oh.
Did I still fail to make it in time? Huh? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the Void World. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Oh.
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Ooh, this is really nice. Man, I really like the art of this. Really like the art of this arc. It's very nice.
Lord Gnaeus and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Oh.
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Oh, hold on. Gotta do this again.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Gnaeus. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes, I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh,
My sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cerces' question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Cerces' question and reclaim my body.
Hold on. Okay. Yapolixa.
But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant. Fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
Oh, Dawn Hung's POV. God.
What are you thinking about?
Okay, time to do a little bit of. Just amazed at how this towering tree is Cerces' divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Cerces. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars. And their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree. Because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cerces. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself over it. Besides, Aglaia needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan that could be useful to Monty.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
The silence in here is near deafening. The vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. more to keep him safe. But it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rule that governs life and death on Amphorius might just work in our favor and save him. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. People that have records on a similar case. Please let there be one. Amphorius' Titan mythology. In Amphorius, Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of Amphorius. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Oh my god, there's more. Titans and Aeons. Titans and Aeons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can take over their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Aeons are. Chrysos heirs and demigods. Chrysos heirs are humans who possess heroic qualities, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing of the core flame trial, a Chrysos heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? The Flame Chase Journey and the Prophecy. Guided by the Prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim core flames and usher in the Era Nova. Their efforts have seen gratifying results to date. As I expected, the Prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of. But with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. I should probably turn my attention to something else. How to leave Amphorius. In the myths, Aquila, the Titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth's forebears were priests who worshipped Aquila. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her. Seeing how Aglaia sent her here as a guide, it's possible that she plans to have Hyacinth take on a trial in the future. Enough musing for now. It's time to move. The clock is ticking. I should search for clues as I move. Oh, my throat! Okay, should I just fast travel? I can just fast travel, can't I? Oh wait, I can't. Well, it's gonna really make me run all... Oh. Wait. Oh, wait, it's this way. Then... Okay, just... There we go. I collected all the collectibles here, didn't I? Yeah. Come on. Okay. Wait.
Please stay tuned.
Sound lingers.
Black monsters are twisted in form and their life has turned to ash together with their souls. It's impossible to figure out their form when they were still alive. These are the remains of a black tide monster. It does look different from the Titankin from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? Okay. As I expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. Guy also made mention of the ships when she interrogated us. A memory I'd rather forget. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed.
Incense ascends. entwined with ethereal cloud.
Oh. Oh. That's Hyacinth. Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much as I have faith in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out there.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perks, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's get him.
His distance is human.
Sam in position. Attack!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Set the sea ablaze! Immerse yourself in it. Be of your body and mind.
Let's improvise.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Firefly, take 4. Fight to live! Made the foul stench time to cleanse the filth.
Stay in step.
Some value, I suppose. Set the sea ablaze!
This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The Black Tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
We stand normally, the sky's above. When we stand on our heads, it's below our feet. Anaxagoras. He's the scholar who fused himself with the core flame of reason.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned anything about it.
Phaidon said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Cerces favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
I picked up a scroll on my way here too. It looks like it might be related to the one you're holding.
Oh? Let me have a look.
Aizen combines both records together.
By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of 2 conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Who are the Venerationists?
The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most. As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
Very illustrative explanation. Thank you. Was it a mistake to build the skyship?
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless.
That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini treaty cannon could slip past their watch.
That was a joke, right? What is Anaxa's field of study?
Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch.
I don't have any more questions.
Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the Earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even this scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can to find on the Titans for now. There's something else that caught my attention, though. It says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of some sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Okay. Yeah, I think for now, that's a good place to stop. Because I need to go eat dinner.
Nice.
But actually, first wait. I gotta check on this. Hold up. I gotta check on this real quick. Okay. Wait, I only got everything there. I don't know if you pull on this. Since I'm not going to be using gonna be pulling for Castorice just yet. Let's do one. Yeah, is there anything else here? Okay. Now then. Oh. Now let's spawn here. I forgot, I have other stories. Maybe I'll do one, and then...
So charming.
Oh. Oh. Okay, new method. Just because I'm a cheerful dude. Okay. Let's Okay, which one of these do I want to... Which one do I want to end this off with? Let's do Mighty, since we've been out of the picture for a while. Gotta bring my gruff voice for this. The day the lion went on a campaign. None may approach that battlefield, the lone army of Kremnos, an obstacle on the flame-chased journey. He ordered his troops to stand aside. That was the first meeting between hero and prince. The two men fought for 10 nights unceasingly, till the combat drew to its end. Neither was able to score a single victory, and conceded not a single defeat. None know why this man's fate is always overshadowed by a single number decreed, just like how none can ascertain how the flame-chasing heroes convinced this man. It was not mutual appreciation, nay, for in his memories, 7 sentences were all his mother Tim ever spake. Spake? Good. I'll Google that what that word means later. Yet somehow that leader who weaves the golden threads recounted one of the 7 with ease. There is no right or wrong in the man's heart.
The lion has its own historian, and the history of the hunt should not be held by the hunter alone.
And thus he speaks little. Others once guessed he regards the holy city as his home, for he seeks a land to belong. As the king to his people, it is the first gift to them he brings. But as per the rule with gifts, once given away, the gifter will never repossess this thing. The journey is long, yet none ever dares to anger the man. Not because of his unrestrained manners, but because every meal the heroes partook were all cooked by his peerless skill. One sight serves falsehoods in the woods. He has relied on sense since young to distinguish guests and obtain gains. Yet there are always exceptions. The man's archenemy often puzzled why their food always borderline nauseating. He still recalls the day he entered the holy city. One who worships strife is bound to have rumors rife.
Even insects consume each other. And he's no less than the Mad King's kin.
It matters little, for the man always considered himself an enemy to the world. He paves the road so that one day his peers would match his anger within. Yet until the day the prophecy turned true, none in the holy city he ever did rule. Okay, I'll save these two because my voice is... I'm a little tired and want to go eat. So, with that being said, dear wanderers and travelers, have a good rest of your day or night, or wherever time it may be for you. And I hope to see you all next time. Which will probably be tomorrow, which I'll be playing Wuthering Waves. And maybe Star Rail. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream twice tomorrow. But yeah. See you all next time.